Okay. And I think we're live. So yes, we are live, it looks like. And all good to go. So what I got going on is and that is the wrong screen. Here we go. Okay. Now what I got going on is I'm programming my own dashboard. So I was using Dashie for my home lab, and I do like Dashie, but the issue I have with it is, yes, YAML's great, but a lot of the JavaScript technologies, Vue or however you say it, React, doesn't like YAML by default. So typically what happens with things like Dashie is you write in YAML and you have to typically recompile it. The Docker container for Dashie was supposed to recompile it like on its own. It was supposed to do it on a cycle or something like that, but I could never get to do that. And it would take like a minute or two sometimes, or at least 30 seconds to even build it after a change. So, like, you have to make a change, stop the Docker container, start it again, wait 30 seconds, see if that change worked. Like, you get what I'm saying here. So that's why I was looking at making my own. This is what I got so far. So essentially what's happening here, just have the file tree up to show. In the public I got data, and then I have the configuration for it. The configuration for it is a regular JSON file. And yes, I know some people don't like JSON, but JavaScript natively supports it. So essentially what it's doing is in my app.javascript is running this git config thing. So it's just fetching that data slash my conf, or and then processing into response, and then processing that data into this this use state up here. And everything pulls from that use state is all conditional. So if you write the config wrong, it just won't render that component. So that's what I have going on. So if you fire up and it's not rendering your sections, then you know you're looking at your JSON and your to make sure your sections declarations is done right. So that'd be this right here. And yeah, so that's what I got going on. I was going to see about doing some sort of live editor too, maybe a little bit more styling. So what I might do here is, because we have the app CSS here, might do the icons above that. I think I have that as the operations bar. That should center them. I want to make them a little bit bigger. I'm not good at styling. I'll probably make this source available. So if anyone else wants to use it, and if anyone has suggestions for styling, I'm all ears. I'm okay with that. Let's make sure I'm on the right window here. Or I'll just do a width that should carry the height with it. Or actually, I might just do this as a flex. Or be justify. Justify content, maybe. Yep. Reason why I want to do that is so that I can just gap it. Maybe a little bit less. Down to 1. That's a little bit better. So in that way, if you have to render on a small screen, they're far enough apart to be able to tap, but not so far apart that they'll wrap. What's going on? Oh, it's not. It isn't bringing the height up, so. Figured be proportional. A little bit too big. Is what she said. How's that scale? Not too bad. Actually, I'll do that way it looks like a link. Maybe cap it just a little bit more. I'll let go 2 on that. I like that better. I'll add in some padding. Oops. Just instinctually doing it. I was thinking more of a gray like that. Maybe a little bit more padding. There we go. Kind of want to make that look like a button. So about half the padding kind of makes it look more button-like. Ouch. Why are you biting me? I might mute it before I put it back. Cat's a little too curious sometimes. No, I don't want you taking the spit filter off my microphone. Anyway, back to coding. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do this thing here. So essentially for the don't want that gone. Of course, I don't know why I'm so heavy on the folder browser. I know this bad habit. Oops, don't want that one space. So that should flip the edit modal whenever that button's clicked. And I threw an error away. Oh. It would help if I put an equal sign instead of a space there. There we go. So it might be hard to tell unless it gets picked up by the does the browser console pick up React stuff or no? Guess I probably should start building it so that I know it's actually working. Make sure it's saved. Might just be able to go without piping that in. Since it's essentially going to be a window border. Let's do left and right, just make it simple. font awesome icon in there. I gotta figure out how to make that a little better. It's starting to annoy the shit out of me. I know people love NeoVim, even with those LazyVim extension set. A lot of the stuff LazyVim does by default is freaking annoying though. Wish I'd turn down the hand holding just a little bit when it comes to it and just let us do what we want to do. So an ID will give it a ref. Make sure it's not erroring because of that. Cool. Oops. That'll probably error. Yeah, it needs a then. Oh. Good thing I caught that, otherwise I would have errored again. Still erroring. Why? I think it needs to be like that. Yeah. Was it? Because I have to. I have to do some off-stream stuff to figure this out, but really I wanted to program a live editor into this thing. I don't think it's going to work out the way I want it to. Yeah, I need to do a lot of research and studying on JavaScript's abilities here before I really dive into this.